Thank you so much for doing this. I'm Carmen Pon. I'm a health reporter with Politico. Secretary Kennedy, you've spoken recently about a new initiative to teach Americans how to cook. You've talked about how people have lost this practice at home that is so important for the family cohesion and obviously for their health. I was wondering if you can give us a bit more details about how that would work in practice. Would that be HHS? Would there be cooking classes? Can you give us more details of how that would be done in practice? Thank you.
We've assigned that project to the Commission Corps, to Brian Christine, and I'm not sure exactly how he's going to carry it out, whether it's through contracts or through Commission Corps officers, but one of the problems that we have, we're figuring out ways to make sure that people can get their protein budget even from food banks. We have a very, very good program that we're about to launch on that. But one of the big problems that we're running into, one of the big impediments, is that Americans have forgotten how to cook. And a lot of them don't have basic skills. They don't have the pots and pans, they don't have the cutting boards, they don't have the cutlery, and they don't really know how to shop. You can eat a lot cheaper at home than you can eat with fast food. Big Mac meal now costs $12 to $14. We're now filling this new program that we have in the military that Pete Heggs has. We've gone, the budget for the military is $18.50 a day per soldier for 3 meals a day. And Chef Robert Irvine, who's been retained by the Pentagon, is feeding our soldiers very, very high quality food, which they're lined up now to get at $10 a day. And what he says is you don't have to, it doesn't cost any more money. We don't need more money to make sure people can eat well. We just need to buy smarter. The problem is Americans have forgotten how to cook, and they don't know how to shop. And so part of what we're trying to do is to re-educate them in those skills, and it's important not only so that they can get access to affordable, high-quality food, but also, it's one of the things that brings people together. It shapes communities, and we have a spiritual malaise in this country. Suicide is now, for certain groups of kids, the highest cause of death. We have children who are lonely, who are isolated. We have a crisis of fragmentation and isolation around the country, and we need to start bringing people together and give them a sense of connection, give them a sense of community. And one of the ways to do that is to encourage them to go through this ancient ritual of making a meal with their family and then eating a meal with the family. And that is the basic core for reestablishing connection in the community. And President Trump understands that we're engaged right now in spiritual warfare, and that the malevolent forces want to drive us apart and end our connection to each other. And one of the ways that we can remedy that is by, again, reinstituting this sacred ritual of eating with each other and cooking with each other.
Thank you for that question, and I guess I want to echo exactly what Secretary Kennedy said. So in my hometown of Flint, Michigan, when we go to the north side of Flint, it's hard to find a grocery store that isn't loaded with products on the shelves that have a bunch of preservatives in it. So part of it is just access to the healthy food. But then what do you do with it, right? Putting that in our kitchen is one thing, but learning how to cook it in the right way so it's healthy is something that we do in our own Flint Farmers Market, a brand new facility that has a beautiful kitchen in it. And it's when the community gets together and there's excitement about doing it. So it's not happening in our individual kitchens, but it's a cool thing to do in Flint, Michigan. It can be a cool thing to do everywhere. So access to it, knowing what to do with it, and changing the culture, I think, are critical ways to get us healthier. So thank you for that.